Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week's video is going to be a craft update. By craft, I mean a little bit of everything. There's going to be clay charms, perler bead creations, homemade cards, sketches from my sketchbook, and even some framed art. So I'm super excited to show you everything I've been working on over the last few months, and let's just get started. I'll just start right off with my fail, and this is supposed to be an ice cream sandwich cookie cat from Steven's Universe, and it was a complete fail. I don't know what that is, if it's paint, but this was a complete fail. I have not even glazed it, and I usually glaze everything, but I will redo this later. Next, I did these heart Oreo sandwich charms, and I plan to make these into a pair of earrings to wear in March in a video, you know, if I ever decide to get back in front of the camera again. But this one just has a mint green cookies, and then it's glow in the dark center. And this one is the opposite. It is glow in the dark cookies and a mint green center. And I just think these are adorable. I love them so much, especially considering how simple they are. This one is actually meant for a trade that I'm supposed to be doing next month. And it was supposed to be a redo of my Rilakkuma macaron that I love so much. But I'm actually not sure if I'm going to use this and send it to Foxy Crafts or not. The face is just not as good, and the eyes are really bad. Here is my old one that I was redoing, and if you remember, the middle was too thick, and I just didn't like the sides, how I kind of did too much on the sides. So I was trying to fix those with this new macaron, which I did. I improved on that. However, his face just is not as good as the original. The original macaron, it looks exactly like Rilakkuma's face. It is so perfect and so adorable. And the face on my redo is just extremely bad. Yeah, just nowhere near as good as the first. So there's that. The next charm I made was this Domo charm, and I used a gold ice screw, and I think he's freaking adorable. I love him so much. He's not perfect, obviously. His teeth are not pointy enough. I actually used acrylic paint and a dotting tool to do his teeth, and it was just not small enough. So I'm actually looking into a solution for that. I'm going to redo him, but I still think he's freaking adorable. I love Domo right now. I actually like Domo more than Rilakkuma, and Rilakkuma has always been my favorite, but I love him. He's so cute. Look how cute. Yay. So there's that one. My last charm is the one I'm the most proud of, and it is this donut-shaped F. And I got this idea, actually, I'm not sure where I got this idea, but it's from my own mind. I did not get inspiration from anyone else, but this is for an upcoming trade as well. And I just got the idea of little donuts that make up letters, and I plan on doing much more with this. I want to make some for a friend of mine with her initials, and it just looks like realistic donuts. They are cream filled, and I worked an extremely long time on this. I think I worked probably 6.5 hours one Saturday on it, and I redid it several times because it just wasn't coming out. I wanted it to look like little miniature teeny tiny realistic donuts, and I think that I succeeded. I'm really happy with it. I think it's so pretty, and her favorite color is pink, so I've iced it in pink icing. And there's that. Yeah, I'm super crazy proud of it. I'm so happy. I do plan on doing a B for my own name, and yeah, there's that one. Next are my perler bead creations. This is my first one, and this is the character Gudetama, and he's an egg character. This is actually a boiled egg, and I think he's cute. Next are some sweets patterns. I actually bought a set from Hobby Lobby, and these patterns came with it. So that first one was a watermelon slice. This is a little sundae, ice cream sundae. The clear is actually glittery, so cute. Again, these are not my own designs. The patterns came with a kit I got from Hobby Lobby. This is a little popsicle and it's broken. I've got to fix him, but it's still really cute. Lastly, I have this ice cream sandwich, and I love this because I think I could remake it into different flavors like Neapolitan, chocolate, etc. I love it. And I do plan on making a couple more and making a garland out of this. I think it would be really cute. Next, of course, I made some Adventure Time. Here's BMO, and then here's Jake the dog. They are super small and cute. Here's Marceline, some of my favorite characters. And for these as well, I am not done. I have 3 or 4 more characters to make, and this will also be a garland. And I love this. I'm obsessed with Adventure Time. Next, I made this emoji. It's the winking emoji. I made one more, but I gave it to my friend Julia, and I'm not sure if I took a picture or not. But as you can see, it's a bit bigger than everything else. But they're super cute. I plan on making all the emojis eventually down the road and hanging them on this wall next to my desk. Lastly is my own design. I designed this myself. It's the chicken from Crossy Road, the game. But I just love it so much. I originally made it for my stepson Eder, but he never took it out of my room, so I kept it and hung it on my wall. But yeah, I love it. It is quite large. It is 8.5 inches, so it is, you know, the largest creation I've ever made. But I'm so proud of him. He's one of my favorite things I've ever made, and yeah, so there's those. Next, I'm going to show you just a few sketches I did in my new sketchbook, and this is the brand of my sketchbook. I bought this for myself for Christmas. It was $5 at Walmart. My first sketch is something I love. No one else likes it. No one that I've shown likes it. I love it. And it's just this kind of optical illusion, snakes with lots of interesting shading. And as you can see, I've been kind of playing around with their little tongues, the design of the snakes and the tongues coming out of their mouth. I still haven't decided how exactly I want them to be. I do know that this is just a rough sketch and I will redo it at a bigger scale. But I still love this sketch very, very much, and I will probably frame it as well as the final draft. And this is actually where I got my inspiration for the picture, is the sandworms from Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. I actually thought about redoing the picture with true sandworm design, but I actually didn't get any further with that. And I then drew a Sprite can, and it's not finished at all. And I originally drew it because I wanted to use some watercolor or colored pencils to do the color of the can, the kind of going from green to blue, which is so beautiful. And this is a 3D sketch that I did, and I do plan on doing some colored pencils with it to show some shading. And I got the design for the font from a Google search, and yeah, I actually love this for as simple as it is. And the last picture I'm going to show you in my sketchbook is this one. As you can see, I am not done drawing it, so I have not inked it or anything yet, but it is supposed to be inspired by the 80s, and these little worms that you see are obviously supposed to be inspired by Tim Burton's sandworms as well, and those will eventually be colored and shaded in black and white. I have blood dripping behind them, and that's what all these little drops are. They are drops of blood, and it's just kind of pulling at the bottom, so those will be nice and shaded as well. I have these broken hearts as well. Those will be made to look 3D, and then I have the word Y in 3D letters, and this is supposed to be a very 1980s angsty kind of picture, and when it was done I envisioned it being very shaded with colored pencils and maybe even some markers, maybe some glitter red pen on the blood drops to make it look even more, you know, kind of 80ish. But yeah, I actually like this. I do plan on finishing it. I actually forgot about it until I got my sketchbook out. So there's that. That's all I've done since Christmas in my sketchbook. Next, I'm going to show you the cards that I've made. This first one you've already seen. I did a video for, and if you have not seen that video, I will link it down below for you to go check out. This is just a plain little postcard type project that I did, and it's supposed to be an anti-Valentine card, and the telephone represents my situation with Jose. And this is actually the Valentine's card that I made for Jose. It took me 2 days to make. I love how it came out. It's super cute. And the front just says, I love you. And the bottom has some ribbon details with some hedgehogs. So freaking cute. And the heart is in loose glitter. And the details I actually stitched with embroidery. And let me tell you, it actually took forever to do it. You wouldn't think that it did, but it took a long time to embroidery that little bit on there. And I did a little bow with some thin black ribbon, and I love how that just kind of made the white ribbon pop a little bit, I think. So that's the front. Super pretty. And then I took a little red ink pad and just inked up the side of the card to give it a little bit more detail. And this is the inside, just another little hedgehog, the word always, and then this is the back. I used the same paper from the front to kind of tie it in together, and then I just stamped the Valentine date and year. I love that touch. This is what I used for the card, if you're wondering. The stamp I got from Michael's. It was on clearance for 75 cents. And this little stamp that I used for the date, I actually ordered from AliExpress. I love this stamp, and I will link it down below if you're interested. It was $1 something. And then for the stitching, I used this Amy Tangerine set that I found at Hobby Lobby on clearance. It was something like 60% off. And it just came with these little templates, and I think it came with 4 templates, and you use this little tool to stamp the holes, and then you stitch with the string that it came with. And yeah, I absolutely am obsessed with this card. I love how it came out. Okay guys, the last thing that I have to show you today is this framed artwork that Jose drew and sent to me. I love it so much. It is 2 Precious Moments characters, and he changed the details from the original. He changed the eye color and the clothing, the hair. He drew the little cat in the middle to look just like Lily. He put a little clover on my hat. He has him, the little boy, wearing a bull's hat. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. So I took extra care to frame it and make it look as special as possible. I absolutely love how it came out. And yeah, this is how the entire wall looks. This is the wall behind my bed. And my ultimate goal is to have this whole wall filled with his artwork. Okay, and that's everything. That's everything I've worked on since my last clay charm update. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all so much, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Bye!